Alright, sir, paano niyo po tutugunan? How do you respond to the NBI's criminal charges filed against you and another Duterte ally over the claims that you made that there was a TRO against the arrest of the former president?
Yes, normally you just answer, di ba? You just answer their allegation. And it is not a claim. It is an alleged claim. Kasi baka akala ng lahat, kinasuhan, guilty agad. And dahil may claim sila, I claimed it. First of all, I was not privy. I was not a petitioner to that said TRO application. That was March 11 when President Duterte arrived in Villamor Air Base in NAIA. From noontime until midnight, I was there outside the gate of Villamor. I am not part of the TRO petition. So kung anong naririnig ng taong bayan mula sa balita, yun lang rin ang naririnig ko. Alam niyo, masabi ko dito ngayon for this opportunity na makapagsalita. Etong NBI na to nanghaharas to eh. Alam niyo, for 10 years in government, I have been defending our policemen, our soldiers, and our law enforcers, the NBI. Wala kaming tigil pamimigay ng medical assistance sa lahat ng tropa ng gobyerno na kalaban ng NPA, kalaban ng mga kriminal. Yan ang trabaho namin sa Duterte Youth Party List. Sa dami-dami ng kidnapping at patayan ngayong panahon na ito, ang naisip pa ng NBI imbestigahan ay ako. Hindi man lang yung mga nangyayaring krimen sa lansangan. So dito makikita ninyo bakit ganito yung focus ng NBI ngayon. Pangalawa, sinasabi ng NBI dyan, it was a volatile moment na baka daw kapag may sinabi yung tao, lalong maging volatile. It is not our fault na naging volatile yung moment. It is the government's fault na ginawa nyo yon sa isang dating presidente ng Pilipinas. What do you expect? He was voted by a majority of millions of Filipinos. Ano akala nyo pag kinuha niya yung tao, walang magagalit kahit isang Pilipino? Siyempre, madaming magagalit and you created that volatile moment.
Okay.
Ang ating pinag-uusapan dito, there is a freedom of speech for every Filipino. At galit na galit yung mga Pilipino. Bawal ba magsalita ang Pilipino sa ginawa niyong moment na yon?
Okay, Mr. Cardema, what the NBI wants to know or what the public wants to know is that saan niyo po ba nakuha yung report na may TRO na na-issue and why did you share it without verifying if it is already actually released by the Supreme Court? Go ahead, sir.
Kung sinasabi ko nga kanina, kung ano lang ang narinig ng milyong-milyong Pilipino noong mga oras na yon, yun lang rin ang narinig ko. Dun sa Villamor Air Base, siguro lampas 20 doon na tao ang nagsasalita patungkol doon sa TRO. Bakit kinakasuhan niyo ako doon sa narinig ko lang? That news, I am not the originator of that news. Kung ano yung pinag-uusapan ng tao sa nangyayari, yun lang rin ang sinasabi ko. Bakit niyo ako kinakasuhan? Dahil kandidato yung Duterte Youth Party List. Ganun ba yun? Sinasabi ko dyan, there is freedom of speech for every Filipino that is enshrined in the Constitution. Kung nagsasalita kami patungkol doon sa nangyayaring yon, sabi nga nila, it is a volatile moment. Alam ba namin kung nandun pa si Pangulong Duterte sa binabantayan namin? Siyempre hindi. Alam ba namin na kung ano yung balita tungkol sa sinasabi nilang TRO? Siyempre hindi. It is a volatile moment according to them. Why would they file a case to a person who did not hindi sa akin nag-originate yung balita na yon?
Sir, so
diba?
ang
That
dapat
is pure harassment.
Right. Sir, so tama po ba based on your logic ang dapat kasuhan dito is the one who peddled that information, Attorney Lambino?
That is also an allegation of them. Again, I am not sure who started the issue regarding that TRO. Ang pinagbabasihan lang natin, during that time, I think 9 p.m. of March 11, when there were around 3,000 people in front of Villamor Air Base angry for detaining President Rodrigo Duterte, ang dalawa lang ang balita na umiikot doon. Baka isakay sa eroplano si Pangulong Duterte, baka mag-issue ng TRO ang Supreme Court. Yun ang alam ng lahat doon. And they cannot prove na with intention and with malicious intent na talagang pinedel yung issue na yon. Kung ano lang nakikita namin sa balita on that volatile moment, according to them, yun lamang ang maririnig ninyo mula sa amin.
Sir, in hindsight, they say hindsight is 2020. In hindsight, would you have done differently? Would you have verified first the information before sharing it to your network?
I did not share it to my network. That was made clear by the NBI.
No, sir, your network meaning your followers, meaning the people who support you, meaning the people around you. In hindsight, would you have done the same thing? Or would you have verified first the information that you heard from your fellow Duterte supporters who were there on the ground?
First of all, if I really had intention to share it, I had the Duterte Youth page with 900,000 followers. I had my own page which has 60,000 followers. Why did I not share it there? Meron lang kasing reporter na nagtanong anong masasabi ko tungkol dun sa TRO. At meron rin nagsabi dun sa tabi, may in-issue na. So, yun lang ang aking sinabi from what I can grasp in that situation, in that location. So, if that is, nagkamali doon, it did not originate from me. I am not even privy and a petitioner to that TRO. Parang may napadaan lang balita sa palengke, tinanong ka tungkol doon sa issue na yon, sumagot ka lang. Napaka-abnormal naman kung hindi ka sasagot, di ba? The issue there is who started the news that there is a TRO. That was not me. I do not know why the NBI is even filing a case against me. You know, may mali yung NBI dyan eh. Alam nyo, pinakita ng NBI yung mismong residence ko, address ko sa TV. That is protected by the Data Privacy Act. Kinakasuhan mo isang tao tapos pinakita mo kung saan siya nakatira. You are a lawyer. You are all lawyers. And you showed the address of the person you are claiming to be yung kinakasuhan ninyo. Mali yun eh. Pwede silang kasuhan dun eh. Pangalawa, babalikan namin yan sa Congress. Pagdasal nyo hindi manalo yung Duterte Youth Party List. Pag nanalo, ipapatawag namin kayo sa Kongreso. Bakit ganyan yung mga iniimbestigahan ninyo? National Bureau of Investigation kayo. Ang daming napapatay, nakikidnap ngayon. Ang iniimbestigahan ninyo, yung mga nagsasalita patungkol sa mga possible abuses ng government. We are just reacting to what the government is doing. Hindi dapat yan ang linyahan ng NBI. Ang linyahan nyo, National Bureau of Investigation, to investigate kidnappings, murder, and iba't ibang heinous crime sa ating bansa. Parang pang barangay tanod yung ginagawa ninyo.
Sir, you mentioned na babalikan nyo ang NBI should you win a seat in Congress in the upcoming May 2025 elections. Do we expect a tit for tat coming from an elected official? Or is it accurate to say na gagantihan niyo yung NBI when it comes to the filing of charges?
You said that. Wait yung gagantihan.
No, sir. In your words, you said babalikan ko.
Yeah,
ipagdasal nyo na wag manalo ang Duterte Party List.
That gagantihan term came from you. Ang sabi ko, babalikan namin. Why? Every agency of government, I was head of agency before, every agency of government, we go to Congress to ask for budget. So, NBI will ask hundreds of millions of budget, baka billions pa, from Congress. And they will say that they are the agency in charge of investigating heinous crimes, kidnapping, murder, and kung ano-anong nangyayari sa lipunan. Tapos ang maririnig lang nating iniimbestigahan ng NBI ngayon, yung mga dating kakampi ni Pangulong Duterte. Sa dami ng kidnapping ngayon at pagpatay, hindi natin narinig yung NBI magsalita. Yan ang ipapaimbestiga natin sa Kongreso. Why are you asking for hundreds of millions and even billions of budget as an investigating agency where in fact we did not hear you investigate the recent kidnappings and murder of several Filipinos?
Okay. Sir, I sense the anger, the disappointment from your
Yes,
voice.
yes.
Unfortunately, we only have 5 minutes left on the show. We are about to wrap up. Just as a closing statement, is it accurate to say that there is no remorse on your part, there is no regret on your part after what happened, and that you will move forward, probably filing counter charges against the NBI for, as you mentioned, violating your privacy?
Number one, I will just answer their allegation. Because if you answer their allegation, kaya nang i-prove doon na there was no intention. Yun yun. Number two, of course, I will file violations of the Data Privacy Act. Why would you show the address of a Filipino that you are filing a case against, tapos ang dami mong kiniklaim patungkol doon sa tao na yon? You are endangering the life of that Filipino and his family. Yun lang ordinaryong pagpapakita ng address, bawal sa batas. Yun pang ang dami mong allegation patungkol doon sa tao na yon, tapos ipapakita mo yung address. Eh di lalo na, the intent of the law is to protect the privacy of every Filipino. Pangatlo, yung sinasabi ko sa inyo, pag nanalo ang Duterte Youth Party List, na sa tingin ko panalo naman kasi number 1 naman sa survey kahapon, lahat ng ahensya na sa tingin namin ng abuso ng kanilang kapangyarihan o hindi nila ginagawa yung kanilang core mandate, tatanungin namin sa Kongreso, bakit kayo nag-uubos ng hundreds of millions and billions of your budget not doing your real core job? Your job as the NBI, National Bureau of Investigation, imbestigahan lahat na nakikidnap. Ang daming negosyanteng Filipino-Chinese nakidnap na pala. Imbestigahan lahat ng napapatay. Katulad nung Filipino-Chinese na napatay nung isang araw, tinorture pa. Imbestigahan lahat ng nare-rape at kung ano-anong krimen sa ating bansa. Ang pinag-aaksayan ninyo ng budget ninyo at ng oras ninyo ay magpadala ng ganitong mga napakawalang kwentang kaso laban sa mga dating opisyal ng Duterte administration. During their time, nakandidato sila. In 27 days na lang, election na.
Alright.
That is clearly a political harassment for political candidates like us. Diba? So masabi ko sa inyo, lahat kayo, baka inutusan lang kayo. Sa tingin namin, inutusan lang kayo. Pero pagharap nyo sa Kongreso, hindi nyo masasabi na inutusan lang kayo. You will need to defend your agency and your budget on why you are spending government resources and government time just doing these things.
Right. Chairman Cardema, I have to cut you off there. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today. We look forward to hearing more from you once you file that complaint against the NBI, and should you win a seat in the upcoming May 2025 elections. Thank you so much for making time for us this morning. Duterte Youth Party List Chairman Ronald Cardema.